Hey guys, 2Chaos here with another draft. We're going to take a look through all the picks and then all the games once again. Here rare is Champion of Wisdom. Not a particularly good champion. Costs is overcosted, and then its bonuses are pretty highly costed. You have to be hard into both of those. You do get a 6/6 flying for 4 in the end, so it might be worth it. But I probably would pick Lumen Defender over Champion of Wisdom. But let's take a look down the line. Rebel Illuminator and Battle Blur Centaur. Not a huge fan of the Battle Blur Centaur. It's in 2 colors. I'd rather not. Otherwise, when then our commons, we have Lightning Strike, which is a decent removal spell. Dark Return and Bright Mace Paladin are the only other standouts. I think Teriax Hatchling is pretty good, but once again, it's 2 colors and I'd rather not. I think the most powerful card is probably the Lumen Defender or the Lightning Strike, which is pretty good, as it is removal. I'm going to go with the Lumen Defender. It's essentially removal. It gains you some life, blocks really well. Alright, we come to our next pick. Song of War isn't really something we're looking to pick up. I do like the Minotaur Ambassador. It's pretty good in an Awakened deck. Auric Sentry is good on offense, good on defense, gives Warcry triggers, and piercing shots. Also pretty good, once again, removal. Otherwise, the cards in our colors are going to be Ornamental Daggers, which I do like to some degree, especially if you can get some decent evasive creatures, and Predator's Instinct, which is also removal. I think that the best card in the pack is either Auric Sentry or Piercing Shot. I think I like Auric Sentry over the Piercing Shot as it fits color-wise into Combrei, whereas Fire and Time don't fit together. So we'll pick up the Auric Sentry here. Here we have another rare, wasn't picked up, Order of the Spire, Gilded Glaive, Privilege of Rank, and Combrei Healer. And then a couple commons, Hooru Fledgling, District Infantry, and the Horned Volunk. Vorlunk? I'm actually a big fan of Order of the Spire. It's one of the reasons the Minotaur Ambassador can be very strong. If it's not answered, it just puts them over the abyss, essentially. Which is to say, they lose a creature every single turn, or they die. So I'm going to pick up Order of the Spire. It fits in with their colors. Otherwise, I think Combrei Healer is the best card out of these 3. And then I'd probably pick up the Horned Volunk if I had to. Maybe the Hooru Fledgling. Alright. So within our colors we have Find the Way, a fairly potent spell in draft. It allows you to splash a little bit easier. It gets us extra sigils that we need out of our deck. Kind of nice, especially with something like Order of the Spire. Ornamental Daggers, also good with Order of the Spire, as you can give it +1/+1 and then double it to a 4/4 or something to that effect. And Mithril Mace, which is pretty standard relic weapon. It's fairly strong. It does act as removal in a lot of cases, but I'm going to pick up Find the Way here. So once again, got a couple commons and uncommons. Looks like we're sitting reasonably well into these, into the Combray faction. Although we are seeing a little bit of shadow, not very much fire. None of these are great cards, they're mostly filler. And kind of the same with all of these, but it just shows which ones they're more open. So I think Shadow and Time are probably the most open colors in the pack 1 and 3. I'm going to pick up the Lumen Shepherd, as I think it's better than the 3/3. Well, essentially this is a 4/6 with a 1/1 attached, which I think is a solid creature, except it's slightly better than that, as you get the 1/1 when you draw this card. So we'll pick that up. Here we're looking Bright Mace Paladin, Copperhall Recruit, Seek Power. I do like the Bright Mace Paladin, can be reasonably strong. It is a 3/3 for 3. Otherwise we have Ornamental Daggers, which Bright Mace Paladin wears quite well. Friendly Wisp. It's hard to get enough 5 power creatures. We have 0 right now, and so it's not a great card in draft. False Prince is great, good reason to be in Elysian, but we'll pick up the Bright Mace Paladin. Here we're pretty much getting to some filler. I'll pick up the Mithril Mace. It's solid. I do like seeing a Eden Guardian here. I think this is a very strong card. It's good early, gets better, much better late, and it's good to see a late time card. Tearing Terzon, 5 power, or 5 costs, 6/5, really good. Pretty much these two will be curve filler. We have a lot of 5s, so I'd rather take the Bold Adventure. Either one of those. The Pillar of Mar, I think, can be quite strong if you have an Empower theme. You really have to push that. Again, with the Minotaur Visor, works very well in Combray. Our other choices in Combray are Detain, Bold Adventure, and Treasury Guard. This would be a speculative pickup, and see if we can get enough of them with Order of the Spire. I would like to be picking up Empower type cards. So we'll pick up the Pillar. Alright. I think Ageless Mentor is pretty decent in the Combray decks, as they tend to have a higher curve, especially if we're looking to empower up to Pillar of Amar. And that will just get us some more power at the top end, and we'll have to play more power. So we'll pick up Ageless Mentor here. Infinite Hourglass I don't think is a particularly good card. Just gives your guys endurance, and that's not worth it for a card, like an entire card to play. But here we're looking at a Bold Adventure or Infinite Hourglass. There could be a deck we're playing this in. There may be some issues with Combray colors drying up in these packs. Pretty much the only thing we've got here is the Amber Acolyte. It does look like Combray is disappearing a little bit. I would like to pick up this Ornamental Daggers. It's definitely better than the Crown Watch Sword, as you can split it. Here we have Civic Peacekeeper, which does go well in this deck, in an Empower deck, if we get there. But I'd rather take the removal and Predatory Instinct. The Amber Monument can be quite useful. It is a 5/5 for 5 after turn 5, or after you get to 5 power. And that's exceptional. I think it's better than the Ornamental Daggers. So we'll pick up the Amber. Only one in their color is Dispel, and I really like this card. It's basically removal, and it says draw a card on it at the same time. And that's one of the best things you can be doing. Teleport could be useful, much more so than Humbug, so we'll take Teleport. And here we have to make the decision between Mintar Ambassador and Xenon Guardian. I think Xenon Guardian is a better card, but Mintar Ambassador is a more synergistic card. So we're going to take that and try to be in that deck. And there's Desert Marshal, which is great. This is not looking good. Have Excavate, Infinite Hourglass, and Finest Hour. Finest Hour can be really good. Excavate is card disadvantage for card quality-ish. If you have a good card that you've already used in the Void, and we already have one. We really aren't happy with one and probably don't want another. Here, Healer's Cloak, Crownwatch Longsword, Argenport Soldier, and Bright Mace Paladin. Healer's Cloak could be good, but it probably isn't. So we're realistically looking at a 3-mana 3/3 with upside and a 3/2 for 2. I'm gonna take a 3/3. It's decent curve filler. I think the Throne Warden is pretty good in this pack. Better than Synchronized Strike. Civic Peacekeeper could work. I'm hoping to pick up one later than this. And doesn't synergize with much stuff other than this Mithril Mace, but we'll pick it up. Looks like the best is another Bright Mace Paladin. I'll pick up a Diplomatic Seal here. It's useful for fixing. I do like the Valkyrie Aspirant. Evasion plus some added benefit. Holds weapons reasonably well. Another Dispel, I think, is better than the Valkyrie Aspirant. We have a decent amount of 1-drops, so probably Dispel here. Lumen Defender, already said it was good. We first picked it, and I will be happy to have a second one. We'll pick up the Combray Stranger. Occasionally you get Stranger synergies. Initiated Stands could be useful, but no. Here we have a choice between Paladin Oathbook, possibly one of the strongest relics in draft, and Desert Marshal, also one of the strongest cards in the game for draft, and also pretty strong in ranked, but we'll pick up the Paladin Oathbook. This is a very powerful card, and we're happy to pick it up. Here we're looking a little bit more lackluster. We already have 2 Initiates of Sands, so we're realistically looking at Finest Hour, Sauropod Wrangler, sorry, and That pumps or makes cheaper Towering Terrazon and Pillar of Amar, so we're not going to pick that up. At this point, we don't have many 4-drops, so we'll pick up this horned thing. Here we're looking at teleport or teleport. This is a slightly better teleport in some ways. It can be useful to save like a Xenon Guardian that's been pumped. Illumined Defender to give us it again. Throne Warden, that kind of thing. So, or Minotaur Ambassador. Though that's not really a great thing. And get another Desert Marshal. We're going to quickly pick that one up. I will gladly take as many Desert Marshals as they want to send my way. And Awakened Student, that kind of fits with our Slide in Power theme. I don't think we got there exactly, so he probably won't be playing with Pillar of Amar, but the Awakened Student is still really solid. Sanctuary Priest, it's not good even in the Empower deck. Otherwise we're looking at this Tower Top Patrol. Doubtful that we'll play it. Take the Aspirant. My understanding is Rebuke can be quite good, but I'm not a huge fan. I think we would play another Daggers as our last couple cards. Probably wouldn't play Rebuke. So I'm going to pick up a second one. Cambrai Magistrate is another one of those cards that's not good anywhere, not even in the Empower deck. It's a 5/5 or 5/2 with upside for 5. It's just way too weak. If you don't empower it, it doesn't do anything, and it certainly can't block. We'll just pick up the last couple of cards. Get rid of all of our cards. We'll see if we need the Initiative Sands to skip us over 2 and get us to some of the higher power. We don't want Sauropod Wrangler. I do like the Ageless Mentor and Dispels. Probably not the Tower Top Patrol. Xenon Guardian. These guys. Probably not playing the Pillar. We just didn't get there on the type of deck that it works well in. It was a more speculative pickup. I do still like Order of the Spire because of its potential. If it is unanswered, if it lives for 4 turns, it becomes what, a 2/8 or 2/4/8 16/16. If you get to play some every turn with Paladin Oathbook, it can do other silly things. I think we want all the Bright Mace Paladins for right now. I don't really want the safe return, but if we have to play it, that's fine. Minotaur Ambassador is probably not making the cut for the same reason of Pillars of Amar. And we're currently at 30 out of 45. That puts us at 15, which is probably too few. So we gotta make some cuts. We have no Stranger Synergies and plenty of 2-drops without it. So cut that. It might be correct to remove this Order of the Spire. find the way will still be useful with Awakened Student, making sure we hit some of our later power drops. Might be Lumen Defender. That will drop our curve down to only 5 drops. Let's cut there. That'll put us at 16. We'll grab the Diplomatic Steel and an Amber Monument. We are a little bit low in the 4 section. We have Tower Top Patrol and not much else in that position, so I think we're good with that. Flying creatures and the Bright Mace Paladin definitely do well with the Oath Book, so. Alright, and that's the deck. I'll see you in the games.